Hello everyone. So I'm here wanted to show this or share this week's Midwest real estate data where listing under contract showed the largest dip with the 7% week over week drop. So let's get started looking at the first slide. Oh my God, this is much lower. Closed listing from the previous year still is struggling. It's not catching up to the levels of the previous year. So last year they were 3,722 and this year 25 or 2,600. So closed listings are still struggling to catch up with the last year where it went super hard to around 5,300 in a week. Residential listing under contract, same thing, week over week drop of 7%, and it's the biggest since this year. So, yeah, this is something different, and it went super high in April. If you see, they were almost 5,000 in 1 week, and the drop is in the last year if you compare it to the last year, but this year is just not not the same story as the last year. So moving on to the new listing came down also. Uh, we have 5,724 last year or last week, and this week we have almost the same value number, but less, a little bit less than the previous. So it was 724, today 5,659. So there's a drop in new listings. So new houses are not coming in also as fast as they were last year. Moving on to rented listings, they are down also. 742 rented listings compared with 1,047 last year. So they are down, and this trend of downward movement is pretty substantial if we compare to the numbers from 2021. So market is taking a turn. It's just a little slower. If we look at the active and temporary residential listings, uh, and this does not include the private listings. So what do they look like? Look at this number. In March, they were 41 or 42,000 almost. Now this is also increased up to 49,535. So actually, this number is also increasing, and it's been the highest since March. If we look at this chart on the side, there was never 49,500, never crossed 49,500. So this is the first time. So it's reaching to 5,000 soon, in my opinion. And it's as the properties keep piling up and buyers are not buying. Open houses, there's a drop, and it's like a trend. Kind of, we can see like a trend line here. COVID impact, sold prices. This is an interesting one. Sold prices was as high as 3,000 and 327,000, and now if you look at the sold price this year, it came down to 290,000, sorry. So 37,000 difference from the previous high. So they are coming down to the levels of 2021. And if we look at the rented price, rentals are higher, going higher. So yeah, so this is the real estate data I wanted to share for this week. Stay tuned for the next week.